Absolutely.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today it is the Barnes, Tony, Renee, Jay, and Michael show. Jay, good to have you back from across the pond, eh?
Hey, thank you, Barnes.
Hey.
Thanks, old sport.
And Tony, I haven't even told him about this, but all show you're just going to be playing the football music.
Oh,
just
the whole
to
show?
Get us in the mindset.
You want it to?
Yeah. Just continuous. Jay, you're a big fan of that, right? That music? Yes.
Great song.
That is what it's all about. Michael trotting in. He's ready to rumble. But yeah, obviously we got a lot to discuss today. We're of course going to start in the world of the National Football League.
6 for 101, 2 touchdowns. To Evans, touchdown, Tampa Bay. How about that throw? Sam Darnold blasted. Oh my goodness, did he take a hit? In trouble once, brings him down. Loft one for Odell Beckham Jr. Got it down, touchdown.
All right. So obviously we'll get to the frenzy. We'll get to some news. Jay brings high energy.
Yeah.
Prefer's back. And I have to say, Michael, fresh shirt right now. Yeah.
Oh, I said that. I said that to him in the parking lot.
You know, people other than Tony give compliments sometimes, you know?
Damn, is it the roast Tony show
Oh
today?
my God, Tony knows. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah.
No, of course.
Are we roasting Tony today?
But what I wanted to discuss actually with Jay, because obviously you weren't here yesterday.
Yeah.
We broke at the end of the show, and we were talking about it pre-show. The news of Nathaniel Hackett going to the Jets, and just kind of wanted to get your opinion there. I mean, is it just a clear path to Rodgers at this point?
I'm for Aaron Rodgers, and with Nathaniel Hackett, it just makes sense, It just is logical.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron Rodgers is like, I said this on the show yesterday, but like he's gonna handle the New York media well, I feel. He's mature enough.
Right.
Boom, sack attack. I did hear I heard an opinion yesterday about Aaron Rodgers that was kind of negative. It was from my boss, and he said that Aaron Rodgers was like a self-centered.
Wow.
He is self-centered, but sometimes you need to be self-centered.
He gets frustrated easily.
Yeah, especially with the young players.
We got young players. Granted, the young players are good.
Right.
They're competent young players, but we'll see how if it ever happens, we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah,
dude.
And do you buy into? I thought there was a lot of hype of this because when they played, Rodgers was very complimentary of the entire team. Zach Wilson. So it seems like it was almost in motion, like during the season they had thoughts about it. Do you buy into that?
I do. I mean, Zach Wilson does kind of look up to Aaron Rodgers in a way, and he said that before publicly. So
I mean, who doesn't really?
That's like a wet dream for Zach Wilson.
Wow.
So I'll leave it with this, Jay. Confidence level 1 to 10 that he's coming to town.
I'm gonna say 6.
6. Michael
10. Wow.
Tony.
I like 5.
5. Renee
50 shot.
Rodgers coming to New York. Your confidence level 1 to 10. 3.
Oh,
And I am gonna match Michael with number 10. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
It just you got to be bold.
All right.
At the end of the day,
Rogers seems like a taxes guy. He'll be like, maybe I don't want to go to New York.
But he's made so much money, it doesn't matter. That's the whole thing.
True.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo,
100%.
Big taxes guy though. Big taxes.
And let me just tell you, he is going to transcend Garrett Wilson into the next Devontae Adams. He already had a great year last year.
Really?
But he's going to have
wow.
Yes. Yeah. Randy Moss numbers from 2008.
Randy Moss, baby.
100%. 100%. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Jets do because I think they're going to trade Elijah Moore. What do you think about that, Jag? Just because he doesn't want to be there?
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. He's like, he doesn't get a lot of targets,
Right.
He wasn't a producer early in the season, but like towards the end, you saw him getting more targets, more catches. But I don't know. It just seems like it doesn't jive with the team well.
Do you think Rodgers changes it, or it's just like it's too far gone at this point?
For Elijah Moore?
Yeah.
It's never too far.
No, you always fix it.
Right.
But
I don't know if his teammates are tight too, though.
No.
That's the only thing. I always thought he had a lot of ability. Mm-hmm. He could be really good. Maybe not Garrett Wilson, but like a solid number 2.
We got so much other talent, on the Jets. You don't necessarily need Elijah Moore. If he's causing issues in the locker room, why keep him around?
Right. But the only thing is, unless they restructure, Corey Davis is as good as gone with that contract.
True.
Barrios might have to restructure as well. He had a terrible year after a great year the year before.
Yeah, but he's on a 2-year deal, right?
I think so. Mm-hmm. But do we think that Matt, when he saw him, Eddie mushed him or no?
Oh, yeah.
Where did he see him again?
Brian likes the Eddie Bush now. New Jersey, dude. At dinner, dude. He was fanboying hard.
Wait. Did he comment? Who commented right now?
Oh.
Matt. I remember. I saw Matt's story that one time.
Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers MVP next season. And Prefer's always been a big Rodgers drama guy, so he loves this.
He does. Oh, I bet.
No, and also the Jets are up for Hard Knocks. Could you imagine Rodgers on Hard Knocks?
Oh my God!
Oh, it's already rigged.
Holy
it's
shit!
Done. The trade's completed.
NFL rigged,
Michael,
bro.
Congratulations.
NFL rigged. NFL rigged.
Tony, do you want to change your mind from the 5 confidence level?
Also predicting it too. Brady to Miami.
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Yep.
Brady.
Wow.
AFC Finals.
That'd be sick.
You're scripting it.
Yeah. 100%. The thought of that is just so exciting. So I just hope. I feel like I'm really feeling the energy. I know this is a stretch, so I'm not going to guarantee it or anything, but just a small part of me feels like there's a potential that we could break this on air today. So let's hope. Let's go.
Fingers crossed.
Do you have a breaking point, Jay, with the compensation, or it doesn't matter?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Woody Johnson's like, yeah, we'll pay anything pretty much.
Right. And the contract is actually going to be manageable. For some reason, with the trade, it's only cost him less than $50 million for 2 years. I don't know, because he got bonuses or whatever when he signed that contract.
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So you would think it's $50 million on the cap. No, that's not what it is. So
it's only 42. Is that what you said?
I think it's 48 over 2 years. It's something ridiculous. It's really not a lot.
But anyway, the Jets are saving money.
Oh, yeah. Compared to what you had to give Garoppolo or something.
You could probably go out and get a pretty decent receiver or offensive lineman for that. Savings,
I think get the line, draft another receiver, especially if you're going to trade Elijah Moore. That's for sure. So
definitely we got to work on the line. There was Elijah Vera Tucker was he was injured for most of the season.
He's an all-pro.
Yeah, he's really good, but the supporting cast there is not doing it for me.
No.
They're not protecting the quarterback. They're not giving him enough time.
And I've always said when you're building a monster in the NFL, just it goes with that soundbite we used to have about the water jugs being full. Mm-hmm. It's just obsess over the offensive line because you can't win without an offensive line. You can try, and maybe if someone's Superman, they could do it, but it just makes no sense to put your best foot forward and not have a good offensive line.
That's true. Offensive line is a tough position.
Yeah.
You're expected to do your job until you don't do your job, and then everyone looks at you like you're an idiot.
And I think the thing that's tough too is because in both college and the NFL, the amount of practice that you get has gone down. So that's why the quality of the offensive line play isn't as strong.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was listening to SiriusXM, and I know you'd be riled for this. I know Michael will be riled for this. Nick Mangold was on this morning. Jet legend, the best center in Jet history.
Really?
Even better than Kevin Mawai.
No way.
Mangold was good.
I know, but Mangold was durable.
Yeah,
that's true.
In a career Jet, Mawai had that Tennessee situation.
You're right.
Mangold. That's true.
Nick Mangold.
Oh, wow, dude.
Then how about the Brick back in the day?
The Brickashaw
Ferguson.
Dude, left tackle.
Yeah.
Oh man. That was like the 2009, 2010 era, right?
The era.
The era where we made it to the AFC Championship. Back to back.
Prefer with another
Under
comment,
Mark
Tony.
Sanchez.
What do we got?
But first, says Brady to Miami.
Gentleman Jack.
What? Jack.
Is that his like?
I think he's saying that's hogwash.
Oh, it's happening.
And what's the second one?
Matt not commenting today, still hiding from the Giants beating the Eagles in the playoffs prediction.
I don't think that. I don't think that's why. Because he's not a Giants fan. It was just, hype in the moment. I saw it, but hey, it happens.
Oh man, he got.
Yeah, they got torched.
Jay, did you know it going into the game?
I had a feeling.
Yeah, because I think you actually might have commented when we were talking about it. Now that I think about that,
Jay was. Did you guys talk about England?
Not really.
We just did it kind of like a quick, how was England type of thing.
I guess screen time. We're gonna go more in depth, Tony.
Yeah,
Sport.
definitely. Dude. Yeah, definitely.
I watched a lot of movies over there.
Okay, cool.
A lot of English movies.
There we go.
English movies.
There we go.
Yeah, that's right.
And we did have some other news in the NFL yesterday. Panthers hiring former Indianapolis Colts coach Frank Reich as their sixth head coach, franchise history, first offensive-minded coach in franchise history. So I think they had to do this because you think about the offense last year, the running game was, pretty good, but no quarterback play. So it'll be interesting to see who the quarterback is there. I don't think you can go with Darnold. They'd have to sign him to an extension.
Why not?
You really think?
Sam Darnold looked like he's clicking at the end of the season there.
But you know what it is though? Clicking, throwing for 190 and a 1 touchdown is clicking. You know what I mean?
I mean, for Sam Darnold, it is.
But
he's come a long way from the Jets. I feel bad for the guy.
Clicking. He was clicking.
I feel like Tony will always be a Darnold supporter, right or no?
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm definitely a big Darnold supporter.
How come, Tony? Do you feel bad for him?
Yeah, I do feel bad for him. I think he was kind of I guess kind of broken by the Jets, I guess you could say. I mean, he's still
like
high draft pick, dude.
High draft pick,
basically, right? And we've seen some really great games out of him, honestly. Good performances. Mm-hmm. Did better than Baker, didn't he?
Better than Baker, but Baker sucks.
Baker had a couple of great games at the end, lining it up.
For the Panthers, though, did he really?
No.
The
Rams.
Yeah, the Rams. He did. I'm just saying, for the Panthers,
but even even with Baker, though. Great games was like 190 and a touchdown, though. You know what I mean?
No, we scored 40-something in a game with the Panthers.
All defense, though. All defense. It wasn't. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't sling it. But I just thought this hire was a little interesting, just because it didn't end well in Indy with Frank Reich, and I don't know. I don't know what you guys have any opinion here. I mean, do you think this is kind of just like a so hire? I mean, I know the owner there, David Tepper, he hasn't been there that long, anxious to win. I don't know if this is the right way to go. I think Frank Reich is better off as their OC. No.
Yeah, I think it's kind of whack, honestly. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, does this guy really have the capabilities of coaching an entire team? It doesn't really seem that way, dude. Especially for the Panthers. I mean, they need a lot of help. They need a good coach mind there. You know?
Yeah. And you think the players, there's going to be some controversy because Steve Wilkes took over, went 6-6. Team was 1-4. I guess there was a lot of support. That could cause a little rift in the locker room too.
I would imagine so. And probably, again, the last thing the Panthers need is a rift in the locker room. And we've seen, coaching changes, for example, the Canucks, right?
Right.
They just got rid of their head coach. The players loved him. The fans loved him. It's unfortunate that they didn't have the best outcomes for the Canucks, but they got rid of him and it affected the players. So it's not really what you want to do.
So I just thought that was interesting. Dan Quinn, I don't know if it's because he wasn't going to get a job, but took his name out of head coach consideration, returned to the Cowboys. So it seems like Jerry's set with bringing McCarthy back for one more year, which kind of comes as a surprise to me. After the playoff loss, canceled his radio show, hasn't made any comments or anything since the loss. I guess it's a lock that McCarthy's back with the Quinn news.
Yeah, I would think so.
Are they going to keep Dak? You think?
I think cap wise, they have to. No one's going to trade a lot of compensation for him. And then who are you going to put in there? You know what I mean? You're going to take a chance with Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think Cooper Rush would be the perfect backup Jet quarterback, honestly.
He does have that vibe.
You know who I wanted before this whole Rodgers thing was Gardner Minshew. Are you a Minshew Mania guy or no?
Yeah, I'm a Minshew Mania guy.
Yeah.
He's a distant relative of mine.
No way.
Yeah.
How? What's the
it's through marriage. It's a second cousin through marriage. It's really deep, bro. I wouldn't really
wow.
Really deep, bro.
Gardner!
But he did eat dinner at my cousin's house once.
Wow.
Basically family for us.
Basically,
You know,
yeah,
and I know he kind of flopped in his couple of starts this year with the Eagles, but tell me that it wouldn't be a bad idea, though, to bring in Rodgers and bring in Minshew. He's a free agent, and I really could see him being good as a starter with, I don't know, just the right tutelage. I mean, what do you think?
Nah, dude, I don't know.
You think he's a career backup?
He's a career backup. He's like what Tim Tebow wanted to be.
I mean, I feel like the arm talent's a little better than that, no?
Yeah, he's a good guy to get behind. You know, he's like a good leader, but still, he's got a lot of emotion. He kind of leads with that. And you see it on the field. He makes mistakes.
Now, we're just kind of wrapping up this McCarthy conversation. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that there's a pretty good chance, like let's say through 6 games next year, they're like 3-3 or 2-4? You think he might not even make it through next season? Because I feel like Jerry's pretty hot. I guess also everyone said he almost cried when he was talking post game, right after the game.
McCarthy did?
No. Jones.
Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw that he said he made a deal with the man above for those three, and he said that's all he can win. He's trying to make another deal to win another.
Did he really say that?
I'll get the clip.
Wow.
He's making a deal with the devil?
No, he said the man up above.
Oh, he really means the devil.
Yeah, that's right.
What do we think, though? Any chance, before his, tenure as the leader of the Cowboys is over, any chance that Jerry gets one more?
Not with Dak Prescott.
Tony?
Yeah, not with Dak.
Yeah, so now, do you think Dak holds them back more or Jerry Jones holds them back more?
Jerry.
Dak.
Yeah.
Michael with the Jerry. I mean,
why Jerry Jones?
Common denominator, though, no?
He fucking
Tony.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Romo was really good. And I feel like, yeah, imagine if we had him
on the Jets.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
During 2010, he was like MVP.
Yeah. Or like
really?
he up there. Yeah. Tony, were you a big Tony guy?
Tony Romo?
Yeah.
Big Tony guy.
Honestly, at the time of his playing, not really, to be honest, dude. I thought he was a good quarterback, but I knew he had the same issues basically that the Cowboys facing now, where he really couldn't get deep into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And he always gave the Giants like a good run for their money, obviously.
Right.
I like him better now as an announcer. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. He is a good announcer.
And you know what's tough? Because you guys know how much I like Mad Dog. Mm-hmm. He hates him. He just says he just won't stop talking, and that it ruins the game.
Really?
And he needs to let the game breathe.
Oh.
I mean, I could see, first of all, but the only thing that was like, what do you mean he keeps talking? Like he's
an announcer.
But like he's a color analyst too. He comes in with analysis. Like
good analysis.
Yeah, great analysis. I love his little tidbits, like his he kind of gets in the mind of, what's the quarterback looking at right now? I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like there hasn't been, obviously, he's covered a lot of games, covered a lot of big moments in football. There was never a time for me where I was like, wow, like silence would have been better here for Romo as opposed to what he's saying. And I've never really felt that way. Sometimes Mad Dog is a little too old school.
He's stuck in the past. He is. But also, I mean, he's the legend. So you got to give him a break.
A little pass on that.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, that's really all the news, around the NFL. So I think it's time, Tony, for the frenzy.
Let's go, baby.
And I want to mix this up. Let's go to Jay first.
Whoa.
Oh, shit, dude.
And actually, you know what? I want to go last. I want Tony to go after Jay and then me. We're gonna mix it up.
All right. Let's get the wide angle in here. Our first game,
Pump
baby,
up the music
here. Dude. Wow, dude. All right.
Love this camera angle.
Our first game of the day on Sunday here. It is the conference championships. First up from the NFC, we have the 49ers going into Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, playing the Eagles here. I'm going to go to Jason here first. Right now, Jay, you're looking at an Eagles team that's favored by 2.5 points. The over-under is put at 46. You have these two teams with very similar records. Mr. Irrelevant versus relevant. What do you think, Jay?
Jalen Hurts. So I'm giving you the over, and
give me your pick and whatever. If you want to choose an over or if they cover or whatever, it's up to you.
I'm going to go Eagles plus the 2.5.
Wow.
Oh, they're minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah.
Eagles minus 2.5, and the over. I think this is going to be a shootout,
Interesting. All right. You got a score there, Jason boy?
I thought that was a fight.
Me too.
It should be a nice little ding dong. Fucking
Let's
Geico.
go 27-24 Eagles.
All right, dude. Now to me.
Yeah.
I think these two teams, honestly, great defenses. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the week here. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I understand, maybe 46 for these two teams really isn't a high over-under to put at.
It's 23 points a team.
Yeah. I think it's going to go under this.
I think so too.
I'm thinking, honestly, Niners. Game-winning field goal.
Really?
24-21.
One thing I'll say, all original content there, Tony, and then you had to say game-winning field goal. I have a patent on that.
Yeah, I know, right, dude? No, but I feel it. I'm feeling it.
I know. It is going to be a legendary game because we know Michael gets riled for that. But you look at this. I mean, this is two Goliaths, Tony.
Very true.
What the Eagles and the Niners accomplished this season, you talk about the defense, the offense. I don't know if we've ever seen, as Buffer says, that's too high.
That's too high.
I don't know if we've ever seen such a mix between two teams in terms of like the quality offense and the quality defense at the same time. And I've wrestled back and forth all week with this game. And it's so tough because you look at it, there's a lot of stuff, despite the Niners arguably being the best team in the NFL, a lot of stuff working against them. The one thing being this 13-game winning streak is just absolutely insane. How do you just keep going? And then number two, Brock Purdy being a rookie quarterback, let alone, Mr. Irrelevant. It's like rookie quarterbacks don't play in the Super Bowl.
They don't.
But a lot of times, they say, we look at these trends. Oh, the white team in the Super Bowl wins, all that stuff. The jerseys, what I'm saying? Like, you've heard about that, right? Like, they have a higher winning percentage. You gave me a funny face, though. But anyway, I just think it's one of those times where trends are bucked. And I just think the Niners are too talented, despite a great run by the Eagles. I think we will see Jalen Hurts' deficiencies as a passer. I know he had a great year, but I think against this defense, it's a little different.
You don't think that the Eagles could kind of resort to their running game?
So I think they can, but they're going to run into a brick wall. It's Nick Bosa. How are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to mention, Fred Warner and some of the other guys in San Francisco. So
Nick Bosa's a big dude.
I think they'll stifle them. This will be a very low scoring, so way under the total of 46. I'm going to actually say 17-14, and not to copy Tony.
I like it.
45-yard field goal. Robbie Gould, who has never missed a postseason field goal. You heard it here first. Tony.
I'm honestly very surprised you would say that because typically you're like, oh, he's never missed a postseason field goal. He's going to miss him now, like a lot of averages. But obviously, you have your confidence here in the Niners, huh?
He's gold. And also, Tony, this, I mean, at least I know it's a, relative, it's a short amount of time, but since we've been doing this show, I have not seen a more impressive team and an impressive run than what the Niners are on right now.
I know, it's unbelievable. It really is.
They've won games high scoring. They've won games low scoring. They could just do everything. And then Christian McCaffrey is the best in-season acquisition that I've maybe ever seen. Yeah. Honestly, completely changed the complexion of that team.
You think Brock stays clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he does?
Yeah. I think, it's, last week and, he had a little trouble at first with that Cowboys defense, but I think that was a good warm-up, a good litmus test, as we like to say, Tony. So,
you love that litmus test.
So I think that'll prepare him for this game, and he will be poised to have a chance to be the first ever rookie quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Love it, dude.
I think you guys persuaded me to go to the under.
No, you can't.
I can't go back?
No.
Oh, you can't do that.
Well, just know, stone, dude.
People know out there, I'm going to bet the under.
All right, let's go to our next game here. Okay. Bang, baby. Let's go. All right. Final game, 6:30 p.m. on Sunday.
Nance Romo.
Oh, Nance. Tony Romo, dude. Here on
There's your buddy, Tony. There's your buddy.
Dude. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say, dude. Psych. Okay. We got the Cincinnati Bengals in Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium, baby.
Okay.
Just some stats here for you, Jason. Now, okay. Bengals here. 6-3 away. All right. Chiefs have been 7-1 on home games. Kansas City favored by only 1 point here.
Yep.
Over under is set at 47.5.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's a little low, but that
is
me.
a little low for me. Too.
You have the rematch of last season. Joe Burrow seemingly having the number of Patrick Mahomes.
I think so.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. Jay, what do you think about this game here?
So with Patrick Mahomes like semi-injured, with that high ankle sprain,
He's been walking around.
He has been walking around.
Cleared to play.
Full practice. I hear full practice.
Talking about practice.
I still don't think he's gonna be 100%. So I think Joe Burrow is gonna have ice in his veins. It's gonna be an over. And I'm just gonna take the Bengals just money line.
Let's do it, dude. Hell yeah. Honestly, I really couldn't agree more.
Score?
Oh yeah, give me a score, dude.
Score. I'm gonna go like 31-28 Bengals.
Nice, dude. Yep. All right, I'm gonna I have a similar, I think, outcome here. I do think the Bengals are gonna be winning this game. We saw Mahomes kind of hobble his way around the field last week and really gut it out. You got to appreciate that. I think 100% or not, he's still gonna be a huge part of the Chiefs scoring. I don't think we're gonna see Henne, right? Henne is the
Chad Henne.
Chad Henne. I don't think we're going to see a sighting of him at all, honestly. I think it's going to be Mahomes all day.
I mean, if they can get to Mahomes, maybe we might.
Yeah. I mean, you know that if you're the Bengals defense, you're going to be keying on Mahomes' ankle.
Oh, yeah.
Easy money, dude. Slim pickings, dude. Low-hanging fruit, Brian. And I just think, again, obviously, Mahomes and company, you have Kelsey, Tyreek. No, it's not Tyreek Hill. Who's their receiver?
Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Scantling is who I'm thinking of. They're gonna have more than enough options, everything. But I just think Joe,
Kadarius Toney,
like you mentioned, Kadarius Toney actually having
former
Giant having a great season since getting traded to the Chiefs here, which is kind of ridiculous because it's just they really just added another piece to their wide receiver core, whatever. But I just think that again, like Jay said, Joe ice in his veins. I just think he's gonna be just crispy all day. Joey Iceman Burrow is gonna be a clean game. I'm thinking 327 yards honestly through the air.
Oh my god, really?
Maybe like a running touchdown, 3 throwing touchdowns.
That's
honestly,
true.
It's gonna be him all day,
all
over the field, dude. It's gonna be ridiculous. Give me, Jason, the Bengals 35-24.
35-24.
Let's go, baby.
Wow. 11 whole points.
I love it. Dude. I love it because beginning of the week, I said right in this seat that I was feeling the Bengals, just a better team, the defense, the fact that they've had the upper hand in this matchup. But as the week has progressed,
not the but.
I've seen Patrick Mahomes. He looks pretty good in practice. I know the ability of him. And I think, too, a big part of it is just personally, I feel like I'm really rooting for him because I think that there's too much critique and distaste for him. And I feel like for no reason, he's been a model citizen. And I know Jay would agree with me, at least on this. He's welcome anytime if he'd like to be the Jets starting quarterback. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. The Jets need a quarterback.
And it's like, I've just never seen someone that could just make throws from any spot in the field and just have this rapport. I mean, he lost all of his receivers. It wasn't just Tyreek Hill. It was everybody. Demarcus Robinson, Mekhi Hardman barely played this year. So he's dealing with a whole new group. And he's had nothing but success. And the fact, too, that he has on his side, despite, a hobbled ankle, is his rapport with Travis Kelce is unbelievable. 14 receptions for Kelce last game. So when I think about all that, and I think about Patrick Mahomes, the will of a competitor, there's something here, too, to the sense that everybody's doubting his ability to beat the Bengals, that the Bengals have his number, that Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. And let me tell you, that is just not true. And I think this is a combo effort between Mahomes, between Kelce, and between Coach Andy Reid. And while I have, the Niners winning, there is a chance we could have the Andy Reid Super Bowl if the Eagles were able to win. So that's something else to keep in mind. But
interesting.
This has just been an impressive run for Kansas City. 5th straight AFC Championship game at Arrowhead. The water jugs are full, Tony. And let me just tell you, this game, I want to say it's going to go over. And I do think it's going to be close. And no game-winning field goal, game-winning touchdown in overtime, Tony.
Wow. To who?
Travis Kelce.
Of course.
Mahomes is going to throw for 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, okay? So the game is going to be tied 35-35 going into OT. First drive, Mahomes takes him down the field, scores. Not over because now we have the new overtime rules. So this will be the first game with those rules. And then Joe Burrow will throw an interception on the goal line, and the Chiefs win this one 42-35, the most exciting game in AFC Championship history. And the call from Nance and from Romo is going to be one for the ages.
Damn, Barnes. That's some poetic justice right there, throwing an interception on the goal line.
Yeah.
Back to how they beat the Ravens, That's crazy.
Absolutely.
What else was I going to say? Travis Kelce is on some ridiculous touchdown streak as well too. It's I think it's 9 or 10 games. He scored a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean he's always. It reminds me of Brady to Gronk in the red zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think currently he is the
automatic.
best red zone target receiver in the entire league.
He does
most targets in the red zone, most touchdowns from the red zone, most everything in the red zone. It's crazy.
Oh, then you'd see brothers in the Super Bowl too if it was.
Eagles.
It'd be the first time that ever happened.
Yeah.
And
really?
I know that.
No way.
Yes.
That can't be the first time.
Yes.
Anyway.
On opposite teams.
Rondé and
opposite
Tiki
teams.
Barber played in the Super Bowl against.
They couldn't because they were both NFC.
Oh, it must have been
NFC Championship
then.
And this question is kind of for Michael too,
right.
but I was asking Jay as well, and I know he's getting up there.
I know.
Any chance we could see Travis Kelce come to the Jets, give him a couple of years, or you just think
Barnes,
Mahomes?
why do you want all these old decrepit people to come play for us?
Travis Kelce decrepit, Jay? Are you kidding me?
He's old though. He's old.
It doesn't. He's playing like he's 23.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on. But no, I know the Chiefs aren't going to let him go. But boy, that would be
he's
a
gonna
game
be
changer.
he's gonna be like a career chief.
Yeah.
You're a chief.
You're a chief.
And I just want to talk about the Jets for a second. But before I do that, I just wanted to ask you guys if you had to pick which game is going to be the better game.
Niners, Eagles.
Jay?
I think it's gonna be Bengals Chiefs.
Michael? Bengals, Chiefs?
Yeah.
Renee? Bengals, Chiefs, Niners, Eagles. Which one? What's the better game on Sunday?
Yeah,
Bengals, Chiefs.
Bengals Chiefs for sure.
I agree. Just a legendary matchup. I think Bengals Chiefs has become, Brady versus Manning.
Yeah.
It really has.
I don't know.
You know?
Or
You
could
don't
you at
think
least
so?
see it getting there, Michael?
I don't know. Manning only won 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In the last one, it was
Mahomes is Manning.
No.
What?
No.
You think Burrow is right?
Yeah.
No, if anything, it would be the opposite.
No way.
No.
Close, but
Yeah. I think he came into the league at an older age, though, so it's probably a close age. But
regardless, dude. I don't know. I love Burrow. Trust me.
Just the way they play is what I'm saying. You guys are talking about age.
There's no one that's ever. No, I'm talking about accomplishments.
yeah,
MVP, getting to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl.
yeah. I just think it's gonna be a matchup we're gonna see every year.
He's just, dude. He's no one like him.
Yeah.
He's like Brady and Mike Vick in one.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
What?
Uh huh.
Okay.
He likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, so like I said, I think it's going to be a classic. But what I was going to ask about, because I thought about the whole Travis Kelce situation, and I know he's not coming to the Jets, but Jay, what do we do at tight end? I feel like we thought we solved it. I mean, Conklin's not bad, but Uzama might as well retire. We didn't even use him.
He was buns.
The rookie, I don't know. I guess we'll give him another chance, but shouldn't we bring in a playmaker at tight end?
Yeah, I could see them drafting a tight end. I could totally see that.
It just, I don't even know. Yeah,
where would we get a tight end from?
That's the thing. I haven't really studied the draft, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But I don't know. If there was someone available, I like the veteran just because I think sometimes the rookie tight end, tough to incorporate in an offense. You think about Aaron Rodgers possibly being the quarterback.
True. Give him someone big to throw to.
You know who would be ridiculous? I don't know what the compensation would be. Darren Waller, healthy, would be a madman for the Jets.
Did he play for the Chargers?
The Raiders. He's on the Raiders.
Raiders. I could see that.
Waller to the Jets, Tony, or no?
I could see that.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that.
Because I don't know. You just think. I mean, I guess who does Burrow have, like Hayden Hurst? But a lot of times, these top quarterbacks, they have a pretty good tight end. And Hayden Hurst has actually had a decent year this year. But you just think about Travis Kelce, Dallas Goedert for Philly, George Kittle. George Kittle would be great too. But
George Kittle would be awesome.
Just a great all around player, a blocker. You just. Those guys that are receivers at tight end, but then can block with the offensive lineman is just unbelievable.
He's just a utility player.
There's another tight end that I'm thinking
and he
of.
loves the game.
I forget, dude, but former Giant, I think.
Former Giant, Evan Ingram?
Yes, dude.
It's interesting.
Jacksonville? Yeah, dude.
And actually, he's a free agent.
Think about it.
Redemption story,
dude,
New York.
He had a good year with Jacksonville, too.
Great year with Jacksonville, but I would be a little nervous that he would revert back to his Giant ways, though, because that was pretty ugly.
Yeah, I know. He was useless.
But with Rodgers, you would think he'd be able to hit him in stride.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Think about it.
And then a guy to watch out for, too, like free agency-wise, if Rodgers comes, Alan Lazard will be a free agent, and he's the guy who was undrafted, carved out a pretty good role with the Packers. That wouldn't be a big body. I think 6'5".
He's a tight end?
No, he's a receiver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get him for Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Trade him.
Yeah.
Trade Elijah Moore. Bring in Lazard.
I can't wait to see what the master plan is, though. Here, I really
Me too.
Can't.
How long do you think they'll hold on to Salah if he can't get to the playoffs next year?
He's on the hot seat.
You think he is next year?
3-5 fired.
Really?
1-5 fired. 0-3 fired. Yeah.
No.
0-1? No, just kidding.
0-3 fired? No.
0-3. What about 0-3? Each game 20-point blowout.
Oh yeah, fired.
Yeah. But also, if they have Rodgers, they're not starting out like that. Maybe they'll lose the first game because for every reason, he always loses the first game of the season and just I don't know if he's not ready. Well, no, I was talking about Rodgers, but yeah, of course, the Jets. I mean,
didn't we beat the Lions first game of the season?
No.
With Sam Darnold? Or was that the third game of the season?
I don't remember, honestly.
Oh.
I know. I'm trying to think the first. Oh, I think the first game this season we lost to the Ravens.
Really?
I think
this season?
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure. We played the AFC North to start the season. We didn't play the Steelers. We didn't open with the Bengals. And then the only other team would be the Ravens.
Yeah, we did lose to the Ravens.
Yep, 24-9, Tony. Oh, yeah. There you go. And just to close out this football conversation, guys, I know it's a long shot because we've just seen how the Jets operate, the hard times that they fall on. If Rodgers comes, I know obviously he won't be there for 10 years, but could it possibly be the start of an era that we really will reflect back on and say, this is when the Jets turned it around for good and the old Jet ways, the Jet jokes will be history? Is this the time?
I hope so, Barnes. But you know what happens when you get your hopes up as a Jets fan? They usually get crushed.
Mm-hmm. No, so I mean it's true.
I would love to be positive.
Law of averages, right, Tony?
Yeah. There's a law of averages out there
for sure.
But you're skeptical.
I mean, I don't know, dude. To stop the jokes and everything, I don't think so.
No,
I think it's gonna have to be it'll always be jokes, and even so, for people that I think kind of forget about it, it'll have to be a few years,
or just win a Super Bowl.
Nah, even so.
I mean, a Super Bowl would be pretty remarkable.
No, because you know what, people are gonna Aaron Rodgers is gonna come in, right? He wins the Super Bowl, and he's gonna be all right, well, I mean, in another year, if he even plays after that,
right?
We'll see, because it's gonna be all right, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got your Super Bowl, but now you have to kind of you still have that issue of all right, who's your quarterback gonna be? Where's your talent? What's your coach gonna be? Because Salah, I mean, without Rodgers at that point, maybe kind of still on the fence about people wanting to be the coach and everything. So there's still issues are gonna be there after Rodgers wins, if Rodgers wins the Super Bowl for the Jets rather.
I was Giants.
Huh.
And
I do like what Salah's done with the team though. He's kind of turned it around.
You know what it is? I like his character.
Made it a winning culture.
I like his energy. I like his culture, but I just wonder though, does he have it?
He's a defensive head coach. So
right.
He's
Michael,
obviously stacked.
Does he have it? And two-part question. Does he have it? And like I said, is this the start of the end of the bad Jets era?
The end is here.
Of the bad era. Yep.
Hopefully, he listens to Rodgers.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
You think they're gonna bash heads?
No, just offensively. I hope it's all Rodgers.
Oh, right. Like it's him and Hackett.
Just fucking
Like he just like hands him the keys and just says,
Yeah,
"You
like
guys
solid
do it."
literally just calls the defense and that's it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And motivates them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great motivator.
He's a good motivator.
And I know it's hard. This season isn't even over yet, but let's just say hypothetically, it makes some good moves. Rodgers is in. What are we thinking next year? Are we thinking the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
The defense,
how do you not be? How do you not?
Sauce, Jay, I mean, what do you think?
I just want to like say, let's just go with get to the playoffs. Like
Right. Which
start
is
there.
longest drought in the NFL.
Yeah.
2010.
Really the longest?
Yep.
Fuck. Damn, that
Um,
hurts. But I think definitely the playoffs. Super Bowl, hard to say.
yeah. But how would you feel, Tony? Though, I mean, do you think pretty good shot at a Super Bowl with Rodgers?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you're certainly in a better position in which you would be in right now without him.
Yeah.
But I like Jay's thing where it's like, let's just get to the playoffs first. It's not just.
I
The
know.
last thing you want, it's your typical Yankee mentality, Brian, where it's just like, oh, World Series. And then let's just get to the playoffs here.
Well, first
They have
of
a
all,
lot-
easy
Just the
with
playoffs,
the
man.
Yankee dig there. But besides that, Tony, this is different than the Yankees because the Yankees is a long-term
Suck.
vision.
Oh.
Rodgers is a year or two. So it's like we can't just say just make the playoffs. Then why are we trading draft compensation just to get to the playoffs and lose the first game?
Well,
I
obviously
mean,
the idea is to get to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Right,
But,
Yeah,
I mean,
always.
it's not like you're not like on Aaron Rodgers away from the Super Bowl. Like, you still have to kind of improve on other aspects,
but I think it's all doable this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
There's enough
No,
there already.
It's definitely doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall comes back. Like that's just like all the pieces coming together.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
The Jets are a jigsaw puzzle, and they got the final piece in Aaron Rodgers, I think.
And it's going to be interesting too, just because, coach is important in the NFL. So it's just like we as much as we like Saleh, we can't argue. I mean, he's not one of the top coaches in the league. And you just think about all the teams that have won Super Bowls recently. Most of them, had a really good coach. You think about Sean McVay, Andy Reid. I mean, I guess Bruce Arians was probably one that was kind of like, I don't know, if he's that good of a coach. But coaching matters. We know that. Yankees dig is the third rail of DTV. What does that mean?
You ever hear like the expression like third rails in like train tracks? Like the third rail is like the hot one that kills you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting too? I mean, this might be the first time ever I've agreed with Prefer. He's going with the Chiefs. I can't believe he didn't try to fade me on that.
I think just I don't know, man.
He's actually being truthful for once, which is
Love
rare.
it. Love it. Maybe we can get him on the show.
I
Yeah,
mean,
prefer you can call it if you want.
I'm sorry, we just got it back.
Don't think too crazy, Jay. Don't think too crazy.
All right.
But yeah, this is honestly great. I can't wait for the games on Sunday. Gonna be legendary, and of course, the Monday recap is gonna be out of this world.
Oh man, I wish I could be here.
So
You can be here if you want to be here.
I know I could call out of work.
call it work. So we're all riled for that, but it's time, Tony. Let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot. Big hit on the far side by McCarr. He flattens Jordan's skull. Oh my goodness. That's the gun right back. Terrified and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin. It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores the winner in overtime.
Jay, so I'm sorry if I already asked you this, but you hockey, is it or you're
Oh
somewhat
no,
into it?
I'm into hockey. I love
Okay.
watching it.
What team?
I was watching the. I would say Rangers.
nice.
I was
nice.
watching the Rangers and Islanders flipping back and forth the other night.
Oh yeah, the tough night for both
Oh, it
teams.
was very, very
Oh.
tough night for both teams.
The Islanders. I mean, I think they've lost 7 in a row. I mean, I don't know what happened.
Really?
Yeah, Sorokin too. I mean, I thought he was Patrick Waugh in that. So
No.
kind of surprised by that. So yeah, yesterday, just looking at the picks here, Tony picked up 1, and I picked up 2, so 24-17.
Tough night, dude.
Tough night. And I mean, 2 for me, I would have had a perfect record, but the freaking Ducks beat the Avalanche as -405 favorites.
Crazy, dude.
That's how
I told you.
But that's how you make your money, I think, hockey betting. Just going huge dogs money line.
The Blackhawks beat the Flames too. That was my 1 win.
Yeah.
Yeah. That huge underdog.
It just it's I guess every league is somewhat like this, but it really is like just any night anybody could win.
They got blown 5-3. The Avalanche lost. The Flames lost 5-1. Dude, how crazy!
Crazy stuff, Tony. But that being said, Rangers back in action.
Oh, decent slate tonight, actually.
Oh,
decent slate. But we know last game was just gut wrenching, losing that way last time. So I need you to tell me, Tony, how the Rangers are going to rebound at home against the Vegas Golden Knights.
It's going to be pretty tough. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the Golden Knights, we know, kind of some of their capabilities here. One of their centers, Chandler Stevenson, leading them in points with 43 points. You have Mark Stone a little bit behind him with 38 points. Jack Eichel, has been having a pretty solid year. He's got 15 goals, 19 assists for 34 points there. You have the other Carlson, William, on the team
relation?
as well. No relation. Alex Pietrangelo, someone I was talking about yesterday from former St. Louis Blue here. Great defender. They have, White Cloud's been doing some decent work as well as Brett Howden as well, the young guy on their team. They have a really good team, honestly. And that obviously because of their record, they're 29-17 right now. One of the better teams in the league. Logan Thompson has been having also a career year in between the pipes for Vegas. He's 19-13-2 right now. That's just because of Vegas have had some snags in terms of offense production, but he has 2 shutouts in the season, 2.71 goals against, and a .912 save percentage. So, I mean, he's basically, up there in the upper echelon of goaltenders in the league right now. So it's going to be no small feat to come in here and beat the Knights, especially with the way sometimes, the past couple of games, I know against Florida they're doing really well. But the Rangers kind of have, I want to say a little inconsistent, and sometimes during these big teams, they kind of flub it, they lost to Toronto and Boston recently. Toronto was the tough one in OT. And I mean, they were just kind of dogging it. And I tagged you in a tweet yesterday. I don't know if you saw, but Jacob Trouba, post-game interview was kind of coming out against Gerard Gallant, saying that he thought that at the end of the Toronto game, they were playing too much of a passive game of hockey and they weren't being aggressive like they should be.
Ooh.
So I kind of appreciate that call out, honestly, I think, because, you saw, you saw like a blown defensive play by Kreider to kind of, get that equalizer for Toronto. But for, a player, a captain to call out your coach, I mean, that must be kind of how the overall feeling of the locker room was at the time. So it should be pretty interesting to see, exactly how Gallant and how the players maybe react to something like that. I would imagine they're pretty tight. They're going to come out here, with some raw emotion, maybe some anger, more pep in their step, looking to make an example, honestly, out of the Knights, which again, I think is going to bode well for hopefully a victory here tonight. But, the one thing that I would say that they have to do better is just to kind of, get past the neutral zone.
Sounds
honestly,
like the Mets
successful.
with the possum.
Yeah, dude.
Lindor, McNeil.
Yeah.
The Mets, minced meat.
Anyway, enough with the
Met
Met sticks, guys. Oh, dude.
The funny thing is, like, you would normally say that because I'm coming in hot baseball season.
Yeah, wow, dude. We'll see what happens.
No. I'm just saying, like, from when we talk about baseball, like I feel like it's been a while though, honestly, because we're not in season. But you know what I'm saying? Like mid-season, I'm coming in like hard at the Mets generally.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
just making an observation, Tony. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Okay,
now. I feel very bad. Honestly.
Anyway, dude. Getting past the forwards of the Knights, I think that, kind of that first tier of defense is going to really help the Rangers kind of set up in the offensive zone. So short, quick passes in the neutral zone. One thing they did not do very well was keep the puck, and they had a lot of turnovers against Toronto, especially towards the tail end of that game. Again, that could be because of what Trooper was saying in terms of passive play, and not too much of aggressiveness, and having those wingers really kind of like flying up the sides of the ice rink here. But so we'll see how the Rangers react. I'm expecting, like I said, them to come out with some emotion. This team, the Rangers have beaten the Knights once before. The only time they've met prior to this to tonight.
Oh, they
this
blew them
season,
out, right?
Yeah, 5-1. But that
yeah.
was, like I was saying, that was when the Knights were going through a little bit of a lull offensively.
Mm-hmm.
So they were kind of struggling at the time. Knights, as of recently,
They're picking it up.
I guess they just lost to New Jersey. It looks like they also lost to Arizona before that. So maybe right now they're back into a little bit of a slump. Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy.
Isn't Arizona like really shitty?
Yeah, Arizona's pretty shitty. And it's kind of like the second slump that Vegas is kind of hitting, and it seems like they're in it right now. So maybe again the Rangers kind of catching them on their heels of their skates. So give me, honestly, I think it'll be something similar to their first meet. Rangers winning this one. I'll say 5-2.
Whoa,
I love it.
like
I
that
hope.
pick.
I think it'd be a great step in the right direction.
Especially.
I was gonna ask Jay though.
What?
Favorite Ranger?
Favorite Ranger? Cheadle.
Wow.
Nice,
I was gonna
dude.
mention him. He's been on a heater,
He's
Tony.
scrappy.
Heedle.
He
What's
has
his name?
Heedle.
I think last year, what was I calling him? Like Shaddle or something?
Scheidel.
So 15 goals now.
Oh, and Keandre Miller's pretty good too.
Yo, I love Keandre
He's
Miller.
coming up
dude.
big. He's
Yeah,
coming up big.
yeah.
But 15 goals now, Tony. How many by the end of the season?
For Heedle?
Yeah.
I mean, we're about halfway through. I'll say he can go on a tear. Let's say like 34, 35.
Ooh, I was gonna
That
go
would be
40.
unbelievable.
That would be sick.
Is
So
40 a lot?
yeah, 40 is a
Yeah,
lot.
40 is a lot.
Unless you're Connor McDavid because he already has 40.
Yeah, it's
Oh
ridiculous.
shit, are you serious?
Yeah, well, he's the future Ranger captain, so
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
percentage. Not even just captain, but just on the Rangers. McDavid, one season.
19%.
But like, you don't think that he's gonna like, I don't know, reach a point of frustration with the Oilers if they
No.
just keep not. But like, do you expect them to keep not winning, or do you think that
No, I
they're?
don't.
You think eventually?
They're like a really great goaltender and maybe a couple good defensemen away from being a really contending team.
Sorokin in net.
Huge.
Vizmelka, or
upgrade.
that's pushing it.
That would be an interesting experiment, honestly.
Yeah, that would show.
Yeah.
Is he our guy or is he not? But yeah, you're gonna go Rangers. And also, I was just gonna say too, since Jay's here, Jay likes the hockey bets as well. Let's go 2 each, including Jay. And Jay, you could go next.
Okay.
Tony has the Rangers, but and just stick it with a winner, no like total or anything.
Gotcha.
If you want to throw in a bonus total, go ahead. But
You don't have to if you don't want to.
if you don't have to, yeah.
No. Okay. Just on this game?
No, any game.
No, pick
Any
a game.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick a game. Money line. You're betting tonight, dude. What are you feeling, dude? Underdogs are always good plays sometimes.
Yeah, I know. What are the stats on the Devils Stars?
Devils right now on a little bit of a schneid.
Really?
Yeah, but they're 31-13-4. They're a great team. Dallas, though, also really good. Gonna give them a good
We're
look for
gonna
their money.
snag them with 31 and
I
30.
kind of want. I mean, I'm gonna bet with my heart, which is not good.
Well, they just lost to Nashville 6-4 last night. Not great. Lost to Seattle.
The
4-3 in
Devils?
overtime. Yeah.
Hey,
They're 31 and 13.
they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna beat the Dallas Stars.
What are the Devil? What are the Rangers?
I don't know, 29 and 15,
Yeah, no, that's my
17 or
pick.
something.
The
It's
Devils.
close, Michael.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's pretty
I'm
close.
taking the
Dude.
Devils.
Stars beat them the first game they've ever
Jay's
played,
gonna go
4-1, by the
Devils.
way.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Let's go.
Jersey
Devils
fan.
in the
I'm a
house.
Jersey fan.
Yeah.
Well, multiple hats for Jay. I
Multiple
guess we could
hats
say.
over here.
All right, so you're gonna go Devils. My first pick here, I'm gonna go Hurricanes at home against the Sharks, and Carlson might have another
They're
one, Tony, but
underdogs.
it's not gonna matter. I would think you agree with me here. Like this one shouldn't be close
It
at
shouldn't
home.
be.
I'm thinking like 5-1.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he's tuning in. He usually does it work, but Chokri just texted me asking if I think the Jets OC hire is a good move. So Chokri, if you're watching out there, great move because Aaron Rodgers
Awesome move.
is coming to the Big Apple. We're going to a game next year. Let's go. And the Super Bowl parade.
Wow.
Continue on, Tony.
All right, my next pick. I'm gonna be taking the Kings tonight, honestly. They're a little bit of an underdog, it looks like.
A little bit of an oddball.
In Florida, Panthers are minus 155. I would imagine maybe because of the home ice advantage. I couldn't really imagine why else, though, to be honest. We saw Florida, get shellacked by the Rangers. They lost. They lost to Pittsburgh in that 7-6 overtime winner, crazy game. The Kings have been. They've won 2 out of the last 5 games. They're on a 2-game winning streak right now. A couple of bounce back wins there for them. Kind of struggling a little bit offensively, but I think against a team like Florida, who's been known to really not play a lot of defense. When you look at that, they average against each game almost 4 goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the capabilities, Fiala probably is a name we mentioned a lot. 51 points here for the Kings. Velarde was the other young guy we talk about a lot, as well as Adrian Kemp, the center, who's really solid. He's leading the team with power play goals. He has 6 of them, right? So Kings have a solid power play unit, which is honestly a big reason that the Rangers were scoring against Florida a lot when they played them because they were giving up penalties. So give me the Kings here as a nice dog. I'm going to say maybe keeping it kind of tight. But I'll say, 4-2, empty netter towards the end there.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
dude.
Interesting.
That's the over, right? Isn't it 5.5 usually?
The over is 6.5 for this game.
Higher scoring game.
Yeah, dude.
I'm very curious, though, Jay, what you're going for your second pick.
Yeah, me too.
My second pick, I want to pick can I pick the Rangers too?
Yeah.
I want to pick the Rangers.
I guess, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to pick the Devils and Rangers to win?
Yeah, I am.
And
I like the matchup there.
Dramatic fashion or no?
In dramatic fashion? No. They're gonna run them over.
Wow.
Both teams.
Interesting.
4-2 Devils, and then 5-3 Rangers.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Love it, Jay.
And then I'm just keeping it
I'm
nice
curious to where Brian goes.
Maple Leafs. I mean, it's
Oh,
too
wow,
easy. I know
dude.
I've been on the Maple Leaf train. I feel like you're going to start calling me out from that. That's my second team now, right?
No, it's still going to be Edmonton. Dude.
I have no, but that the Edmonton obsession is not there anymore. I think it is just
Is
because.
it though? I think deep down, Brian.
No. I mean, I think McDavid's great. But I don't know. I'm kind of have this thought process where I just don't know, unless there's drastic changes, if they're going to get over the hump. Because I know last year, despite having Mike Smith, in net, they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. But I just hope that that's not it. Because, players like Draisaitl, like McDavid, you have 2 MVPs on your team. And then you think about Evander Kane and then Nugent Hopkins. I mean, they have a really loaded team. So I think this year is a big year. I mean, I guess that's the one thing. West is wide open. So do you think they have as good a chance as anybody in the West, Tony, or no?
I don't know, dude. I want to say, what are they, 5th or 7th or something?
I think they're 7th. Yeah, they were out of the playoffs for a while, and then they've went on a little bit of a hot streak.
Let's look here in the Western Conference. They're actually now 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 6th right now.
Barnes, you okay?
I didn't see him go down, and I kind of thought he fell.
I was hoping that I would be able to do that and nobody noticed. Besides our viewing audience.
Besides everyone,
the camera's on you.
Maple Leafs is gonna blow them
Wow,
out.
dude,
I think thinks it's funny to agree with me now. I have to say, because this is 2 in a row. Little bit of oddball, Tony. Or
it's
no?
a little
I think
sorry. He's
he's
being a
trying-
little facetious.
He wants to
maybe.
get on your
little bit.
side, Barnes.
Yeah.
Or is he just trying to Eddie Mush it so that I'm wrong?
He wants to form an alliance.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I haven't been coming at him too hard since he came back. So maybe times have changed, honestly.
Yeah, maybe, dude.
But yeah, a bunch of decent games tonight. Obviously, I mean, the Rangers is the priority.
For sure.
So it's just
Definitely watching that later.
it's gonna be tough, if they don't have a good performance tonight, I have to say. But that's what just makes me think, they've had a good year. They usually bounce back. They've obviously had disappointments like last game, like the loss to the Canadiens. And then I know I always talk about this, Tony, but small Halak percentage here, and I think you could feel it as well.
I say that every day, Brian.
I don't say it every day. If Halak starts, I don't say the next game, right?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be every day, and they don't play every day.
I honestly, I really don't think
Daily
so.
face off. I think Halak will never be on there to start. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a late addition.
There's no way.
But Tony,
no way Halak starts.
Never got rid of Gorgiev.
Yeah. I mean, they did get some good draft pick compensation, but
Brian hated Georgiev,
I
dude.
know,
Oh
Tony,
my God,
Tony,
dude.
you know what?
The whole season. Yeah, I got it.
Is this a Gorgie game?
Yeah.
Is this a Gorgie game?
But
I have to say, Tony, I'm being full and transparent here. I was completely wrong about Alexander Gorgiev. He's really, really good. I thought he sucked. And I think the Rangers, I mean, having him as a backup, they could like stagger the tenders in the playoffs. Like nobody has that type of goalie depth.
I know. It's crazy.
I think it would be better than Sorokin and Varlamov.
Yeah, it would be.
So, you know, but I'm happy for him though. I'm not like I want him to do well.
Yeah, he's got a good starting role now. So
yeah. So we'll see. And obviously, you know, it'll be fun to recap the games on Monday. Now, Rangers next game, Tony. Do you know? Can you look it up for me?
Oh yeah, I can look it up for you right now, Brian. Stand
I'm just
by.
curious if there's another one over the weekend. Or
No, it's probably gonna be Monday because I think Sundays are really short because of the game. Oh, not even Monday. It's gonna be not even Tuesday. It's gonna be
All-Star break.
All-Star break.
When is the All-Star game? It's probably on Tuesday.
The game? No, I think it's next Saturday.
It's so it's just
Saturday.
like nothing all week.
Nothing all week. Well, no, there's games until Wednesday.
But the Rangers
are
don't
not
play.
playing.
See the quirks of the schedule. Gary Bettman. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, dude. But there are some good matchups here. You got Bruins, Hurricanes, Caps, Maple Leafs, Hurricanes, Kings is pretty good. Wow, Hurricanes playing like 4 games in the next like 5 days.
Who do we play?
Bruins, Maple Leafs again.
Who do we play out of the break?
Monday, Flames.
So a week from Monday.
Yeah.
In Canada?
In Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay. I feel like they've had a lot of home games recently, no?
Yeah, I would say so.
So I would think, you know, a road trip's probably coming up. But yeah, I mean, you got to go into the break on a good note. That'll be highly disappointing if they don't.
Looks like they're on the road. Oh my gosh, they're home on Monday, right?
Yep.
I said against the Flames.
Right.
Home on Thursday against the Canucks. Home on Friday against the oh my God, they're home on Friday against the Kraken, and then they're away on Saturday against the Hurricanes.
Wow, so they're coming in hot out of the break.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday Ranger games, dude. And then, then they're off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Wait, Thursday, Friday. They don't play 3 days in a row.
Yeah, dude.
Is that even a thing?
Thursday the 9th. I guess so, dude.
But have you ever seen it before, though? A team play 3 days in a row.
I don't think so.
That almost just doesn't seem right. But
I mean, maybe I skipped a day here. Hold on.
I mean, hockey 3 days in a row. I mean, you had to like start your third string tender.
No, sorry. It's oh yeah, Wednesday,
Thursday, Saturday, probably.
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Excuse me.
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I knew that would
and
be.
And then
I knew that would be
these are
ridiculous.
some great games here.
Yeah.
Then they're off for like 3 more days. Back on Wednesday, away against the Canucks. Against the
quirks of the schedule.
A nice Canadian tour here.
Canadian
tour. Because they have Canucks and then Oilers in Edmonton. You might want to go to that one. And then at Flames. Wow, they're versing that. And then they're home against the Jets. They're versing like every Canadian team twice for the next like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy, eh?
Wow.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. The only other thing I wanted to mention was Farmers Insurance Open.
Let's go, baby.
A little bit of an oddball here with that Wednesday start. So 3rd round will start today. Sam Ryder leading the way here, 12 under par.
Who's that guy?
He's from the USA, Tony. That's all I can tell you.
Wow. No, can you tell me where the USA is from?
Or this is PGA.
This is PGA. Yeah, no, we don't talk live. I mean, maybe this year it'll be a little different.
Live?
I mean, we don't talk live tournament, but nobody talks live tournament.
You say Sam Ryder?
Can you talk live tournament?
Golf.
Golf.
No. I'm saying like no one. It's full. Like no
How
one.
How do you even watch the live tour? You know?
So it's on the CW this year now.
Shut up.
Really?
How hilarious is that, Jay?
That's so funny, really.
I think they will set records for the lowest ratings on cable TV, honestly.
I don't think so.
Sam, on the CW? Dude, I don't know.
Sam Ryder, by the way,
Channel
from
11.
Winter Park, Florida, went to Stetson University.
So, yeah, 3 3 shots clear of Brennan Steele. Tano Goya, 2 shots back of Steele. So Ryder has really positioned himself well, opening round 64 with a 68 yesterday. California native Max Homa at 6 under par. Hot shot rookie Taylor Montgomery, 6 under par.
No relation to
Monty? No.
That's a shame.
Jason Day, former major champion, 5 under par, also California native, and Colin Morikawa, 5 under. And I believe, Tony, that Xander Schauffele didn't 1 under. So he's tied for 36th. And I don't think Tony Finau made the cut, if I'm not mistaken here. Jay. Actually, Tony Finau tied for 54th. Jay, are we getting on the course this year?
Yes, I would love to get on the course this year.
Can you guarantee victory over Tony?
Over Tony? I don't know. Tony's really good at like these like odd like sports.
I just wanted to get a rivalry going. That's the only reason I suggested that.
I think me and Tony.
It wasn't like a call.
I think me and Tony are on like the same level though. I think I could pull it out.
So all right.
Yeah.
So that's
I have confidence in myself.
I mean,
Tony. Yeah.
Do you see it being close, Tony?
I can see it being close, but
I'm gonna start going to the range.
I'll probably have like one sick chip, propel me ahead of Jay.
One sick
chip towards the end, like
because
literally.
Because I was gonna ask you what the X factor is, and I'm guessing it's chipping. Even though you said one chip, but you think overall the consistency of the chipping.
Yeah, I'm talking like a sick chip, like from far off the green, honestly. Dude.
But okay, so when you're talking chip, you're talking like on the fringe or right on the rough.
Yeah.
What did you go? Pitching wedge? You go lob wedge? You go sand wedge? What do you use for that?
Big lob wedge guy.
Lob wedge, and is it like do you do the full slow swing and get under it, or is it like a little like tap? Like how do you? What's your technique?
I do the little a little tap.
And you're good at avoiding the where it just takes off.
Yeah.
Because that used to be a problem for me, but then I switched to the lob wedge, and it kind of helped out.
It's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Barnes, how often do you golf in a year?
I want to say I was in the 70s last year.
70 times?
Yeah, over 70 times.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit.
Jay, the weather.
Wait, you'd have to go like more than twice a weekend. Like there's not enough week.
Do you know who you're talking about?
Dude, he goes during the week.
Oh my god.
Well, the thing is, there's a course.
No, I don't.
90 seconds down the road, and
oh my god.
And I've played it in under 2 hours, 18.
Oh my god.
So you could tee off at 7 and get it all in. So
and then you can go back at 4.
Dude, he hasn't even thought of that.
Like Jay, I have a tough time like during the week, open afternoon schedule, not going on a nice day. I feel like I'm missing out.
Can you go during the winter?
You can, but I don't because it's just like I don't want to do
you
it.
Wouldn't even go today. Like today's kind of nice.
So maybe if I had gotten more sleep last night, that would be a possibility. But also,
oh damn, Barnes, you partying?
No, I mean honestly, Jay, it just wasn't. I'm always asking Tony. Did you get 7? Like we're not even talking like 5.
Bro,
so.
It's supposed to be 48 on Sunday.
48.
But it's gonna be cloudy.
But it's also the football.
Yeah,
and,
you can go in the morning.
Go in the morning, but what's it going to be? 35? I mean,
True.
I don't know. I think. What do you think, Tony? It's got to be 55 and sunny to even consider it.
You say that's what you say, 55 and sunny, right? So,
yeah, no wind. Wind is a factor.
No, yeah. For me, I can go like 50 with no wind.
50 with no wind.
Because the wind chill is a huge factor, dude.
Yeah.
Huge. And you're out on that course and it's all wide open.
It's all open, dude. Yeah, man.
You get no protection.
No protection.
And I don't know why that was just so funny. But anyway, I just feel like too the course in the winter, like the condition, I don't know, it's not the same. It's like all like dried out and I don't know.
Would you go to the driving range?
I don't actually like I'll go, but I don't actually like the driving range just because it's like when I'm at the driving range, I just want to be out in the course.
Oh, whoa.
And I know everyone says like, oh, that's how you get better and all that. But I honestly listen, and I'm no Tiger Woods over here, but I honestly just don't agree with that. I think you get better by just playing a lot and being out in the course. I don't think you need the driving range if you're playing a lot.
I don't know. I mean, driving range, you can learn some things, but being out on the course is like entirely different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like me hitting off a mat, it's not the same situation.
It's not the same at all when you're in the fucking rough.
And
dude.
Speaking of Matt this year, I'm telling you, I was so impressed the last time I played golf with him. I think that was with you guys.
It was with
actually.
us. Yeah, me too.
I mean, right?
dude.
I mean,
I was so impressed.
Michael, like you were like, wow, like
Yes.
he was getting some distance.
Yeah, he was.
He was fired up. I know he's fired up for this season.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be great stuff.
it really is.
Really, really is. But that being said, fellas, this was a treat. Always great having Jay in.
Oh,
but
Barnes, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
for
and
having me.
you're gonna be back soon.
Oh yeah, I'll be back soon.
All
Very
right.
soon.
Yeah, anytime you want, always welcome here. But how about what we have ahead of us today? Like this is just the start. But first, as Matt Legend, Tony, if you could just tell the listeners what we have ahead today.
Oh yeah, dude. So we're triple dipping today.
Triple header.
Triple header here. All day you're gonna be with us. You were just with us here for sports, but stick around because at noon we're gonna be rocking with Screen Time. We're talking like some Oscar nominations. Manny and I finished that 90s show. We'll be reviewing that. Great show, by the way. And then right after the gaming corner, roughly around probably like 2:30, maybe 2 o'clock. Gaming corner, dude. Okay. GoldenEye 007, which is an OG game for the N64, was just re-released as kind of like basically an as-is game on Nintendo Switch. I'll be playing that today. You know, they have the full story mode, multiplayer as well. I'm super pumped. I've been playing that game in probably like well over a decade. And it's going to be a great time. Super pumped. Highly awaited game to be put on the Switch too. So they finally did it. And I can't be more excited, honestly.
The name's Bond. James Bond. I asked.
I'm pretty hyped for the gaming corner too, Tony.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude.
And I just watched Tony come back from 2 goals.
Yeah. Fur is referencing to when I came back against Mike.
Oh, okay. But Fur's really been tuning in.
I guess he really has been tuning in, just hasn't said anything.
Last question here on the way out, Jay, because I asked, I think it was Manny, Mike, and Tony last time on Screen Time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you were there. I have this conspiracy theory that Daniel Craig is gonna find his way back in the Bond films.
Oh, as like
any chance?
As what?
Like he can't give up the role. Like they want him back. He wants to be back. Like playing James Bond, because you know how like they said, oh, this is his last one. He's not gonna do it again. He's done. You think any chance he comes back?
No. I think he's found the role he's gonna be in that guy from Glass Onion.
Interesting.
Detective.
Yeah, the detective.
I just question though, how good are these movies gonna be without him? I don't know. I just feel like he's been Bond. You know.
Well, I mean, a bunch of people have been Bond, and Bond's been pretty good. You know.
But I don't know.
I think because they're gonna switch it up drastically. It's not gonna be. I feel like Bond's not gonna be what Bond.
But see,
has looked like since the beginning. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could tell because Renee had a little smile there. She knows when you play with fire, it's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be shit. Tony.
Yeah.
You really think they'll be able to put out a good Bond production?
Honestly, yeah, I do think so.
I do.
Because again, you'll get Bond over the years. I mean, there was so many different actors that played Bond, like Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton, Roger Moore, right? You got Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, and they all kind of brought their own thing to James Bond. Pierce Brosnan wasn't Daniel Craig, but he was still a great James Bond.
This is such a stupid question, but Pierce Brosnan, that's not Action Bronson. That's someone else.
No,
correct.
No.
But how hilarious would that be if
that
he was
would be
playing?
hilarious.
Action Bronson was playing Bond. That
Oh
would be
my god!
all time.
Next James Bond will be Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
It's Hemsworth. I doubt it, dude.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, I think there's talks for the dude who was in Bullet Train.
Yeah.
With the curly hair, who was his brother. Yeah, kind of looks like you, I guess, kind of.
Oh, he was
what was his name? Lemon or something?
Oh, he was like this, like he was one of the detectives.
No. He was the brother.
Oh, the guy who got kidnapped.
The guy. Yeah. His brother was the big bald dude.
The legend, Manuel Santiago, is in the building.
He was Quicksilver. Yeah.
Okay.
He was also in Savage's movie. Man, he's coming in for Gaming Corner, as I mentioned. It's coming up at noon. So.
Screen time, Tony. You
Screen time. Sorry.
You keep saying gaming.
You're
corner.
excited for Gaming
Dude,
Corner.
I'm so pumped for Gaming Corner.
All right,
dude. I really am.
Because I know I could keep going Bond forever, but I promise this is the last question.
Action Bronson.
Everybody in the room has to answer this. Favorite Daniel Craig James Bond movie? Tony, go.
Oof. Honestly, I gotta go Casino Royale. Gotta.
Renee.
I haven't really seen
Did you watch one of them?
I can't even remember.
We tried, Renee. All right, Michael.
I've only seen Casino.
Did you love it?
I liked it. Yes.
Jay.
Quantum Solace.
No,
Manny.
way, dude.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
And I,
So
of
good.
course, have to go Casino, but I also didn't see
Really?
the other ones. But I
Oh.
have to say, that was a ridiculous movie, though.
It was so good, dude.
Just going on and on, but it was
Yeah.
good.
And it was like, dude, it was so good. It was so good.
Because I mean, how often is it? It's one or the other. Very short. You
Yeah.
could add more.
Yeah,
on and
yeah.
on.
Especially for a movie that had like Texas Hold'em in it. Like that was
Yeah.
their game. They were playing
Yeah.
poker. Like
No,
so
but
cool.
I'll leave you with this, Tony. 25 million. But what a show, what a day. And honestly, from all of us here at Downtime,
Super
we
excited
really
for these
appreciate everybody tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. Checking out the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee in costume, as well as the merch at downtimetv.com. I want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the games, and we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.